can't believe fucking Spencer got a little wet spot in my bed. Now it looks like I pissed or jizzed in my bed. God damn it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. Today we're doing another tier list video. We're going to be ranking the Nightmare on Elm Street movies 1 through 9. Well, I mean, there's a reboot and a crossover movie in there as well, but it's 9 movies. But the categories are dreamy, good, watchable, snooze fest, and nightmare. I didn't name these categories. There were worse ones on here. This is the best I could find. Also, the order was completely out of order to rank these, so I had to put them in the right order as well. Fucking make me do everything here. So starting with the very first, A Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, obviously this has to go up in dreamy. I feel like I can't fucking put the first one at, like, Nightmare, even though I guess it should be Nightmare because, you know, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, yeah, this is the one that started it all. It birthed Freddy. It may not be as grand as some of the other movies with the nightmare sequences and whatnot, but it's still pretty fun. It gives us one of the best scream queens in any movies, Nancy, and, you know, Johnny Depp's in it, so... There's that. But to be honest, his fucking Glenn's death scene, fucking top notch. One of the best in any slasher movies. And we'll get more into why this one's better, I think, when we get into the reboot. But yeah, this one, it started it all. It's fun. I have to put it up in dreamy. It's not my favorite for sure, but I love the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I love the original Nightmare on Elm Street. So next we have A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Now, when I was younger, this would go straight into Nightmare. Most likely Snooze Fest, kind of, but I fucking hated it. I didn't even want to watch it. I didn't consider it part of the story. I just didn't care. And it had nothing to do with, like, any of the controversial stuff with it, like, is it gay or not or anything like that. It was just because I didn't find any connection to any of the other movies with it, so to me, it just didn't matter. But now, I really like it. I'm going to put it up in watchable. It's not my go-to with them, but I really enjoy it now, rewatching it with the series. Now, sometimes I will go through it all and watch that one as well. I might even just watch it just to watch the little dance sequence in it, you know? So yeah, you know, it's like the first, you know, this one's not my favorite by any stretch of the imagination, but I enjoy it. It is definitely watchable. That's the perfect category, I think, for it. Although I do recommend watching what's it called? I think it's like My Nightmare on Elm Street. It's the documentary about the guy who acted in this and about how this movie kind of fucked up his career. It's a really good documentary. I recommend that. I'll put the title on here so you know it better than I do, but... I recommend it. It's really good. Next, we got Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Going straight up to dreamy. One of the best. Still not my favorite. This is where it starts to get like, this is the fucking where I think of Nightmare on Elm Street 4. You got a little bit goofy Freddy. You got really fun nightmare sequences. A really good group, like good cast, kind of Scream-like, you know. Nancy comes back, so it's a connection to the first movie. There's just a lot going for it that I really like. Plus, like, just the practical effects here and everything with it, like, this is where the movie starts to have a lot of fun for me. So this one's always going to be up there for me. This is almost where I start instead of going to the original a lot of the times. Just go 3, 4, 5, and onward. Which I know a lot of people aren't that way with these movies. I'm a little different there. A lot of people, you know, just like to stick to the original and shit with this. And don't like the goofy Freddy. The goofier the Freddy, the fucking better for me, honestly. If he could be like goofy and creepy as shit, I would love that. I kind of think that's where the reboot failed a little bit, but we'll get into that when we get to the reboot. All right, next we have A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. This one is my favorite. This one, I fucking love this one. It's going right up here dreamy. No surprise with the other fucking ones. Some of the best nightmare sequences, I think. Some of the funnest, goofiest Freddys. You got the time loop. I love the characters in this. And it does replace and get rid of the Dream Warriors very quickly. And some people will be against that. But to me, that's just kind of a fun, like, that time slasher movie where, like, you get rid of the old cast right in the beginning and you start new. But, I don't know, it's just, that one's so much fun. All these movies are so much fun to me. But, like, 4 and 5 paired together, those are my favorites. So we'll just go right up, and, you know, I'll just put 5 right up here as well. I count those movies together because it's the same characters and shit storyline going on. I fucking love those two. Dream Master, Dream Child. Just, hey, Kruger. Just like the weirdest shit. The ending of Dream Child with the stairs and Freddy and them coming at each other. It's so fucking weird. You get Freddy talking to his mother. We'll see, bitch. All those things. I just love it. I could watch those nonstop. And we'll just get right into it as well. Freddy's dead. the final nightmare, is dreamy for me as well. I love this one as well, as you probably thought. Goofy Freddy, you get the video game stuff. I love the Wizard of Oz stuff in the beginning.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little soul, too.
Did you think I'm your daddy? There's so many quotable things in the 4, 5, and 6 for me, for Freddy, that I just love so much. And makes them have to be up there in the top. I could watch those 3 nonstop. Actually, the next 4 of the 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, I guess, of this series, I could watch nonstop. That being said, the next one is Freddy vs. Jason. One of my favorite slasher movies of all time. If like I said, 4 is my favorite. This one is actually my favorite if you count this like in the franchise. This is like, I don't know how you could do better than this. I don't know how you can make a better Freddy vs. Jason than what this movie is. Their fight sequences, you got perfect Freddy stuff, perfect Jason stuff. I guess maybe you could do the cast a little better in some spots, but even then, I think the cast is very, very good as well. Yeah, and I honestly, I can't think of one negative thing to say about Freddy vs. Jason. I really, really like it. The opening of the movie, you get a retelling of all of Nightmare on Elm Street. It's just pretty fun. The movie is just fun. It's the definition of fun, Freddy vs. Jason. And we need more movies like that. I know we got Alien vs. Predator and shit, but I want them to be fun. Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. Now, I don't want to put all of these in dreamy, so let me think about this for a second. This might be blasphemy, but I'm actually going to move the original Nightmare on Elm Street to good, and then I'm taking Wes Craven's A New Nightmare and I'm moving it up to dreamy. Nothing against it. The original Nightmare on Elm Street. Like I said in the beginning, I love it. I've seen it so many times, and I know it doesn't make sense because I said I could watch these on repeat, but like, I just feel like I know that one, and just like, it's just not as fun as the other ones. So when I go to watch these now, I just want fun Freddy, which is maybe why I like these ones more, but I don't know. But let's get into Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. So this one, I don't even know if you really count this one in the series, because like, it's a demon. It's not even really Freddy. He's like hard to even explain. It's like the demon. They kept it at bay by making the Freddy movies, but now that the Freddy movies are gone, he's being Freddy Krueger and attacking Nancy in real life, Heather Langenkamp, and everything starts turning actually into the original movie. It's so bonkers. It's really fun. I love the ending when they're reading the script too, and like, they're going back through it. The fucking kid in that movie, such an amazing actor. So all of those sequences I just love. Him yelling for Rex, the hospital scene. It's just a hoot and a holler, I'll tell you that right now. I feel like there needs to be more movies like Freddy vs. Jason and Wes Craven's A New Nightmare in the horror world, and I'd be happy as fuck. And lastly, I didn't want all these to be in dreamy, as I said, so we have the reboot of A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm putting this motherfucker right into Nightmare. This is like the fucking worst reboot I think I've ever seen. It's boring. Nothing original about it. I know it's a reboot, so what can I expect? But it just tries to do the same exact story, same exact, even scares, like a shitty version of Freddy going through the wall. It's a lot of the same boring shit, except they made Freddy creepier, more rapey. He is a child molester now. Like I said before, I want fun Freddy, and this just wasn't fun Freddy. This was weird. Let me lick you up and down, Freddy. And I wasn't here for that, and I don't think a lot of people were. I mean, I think some of the cast in this was good. The main chick, I can't think of her fucking name, but the girl who plays Nancy in this one, she didn't even want to be there. It's on record, she didn't even like the movie, she didn't care, and you can tell she's not having fun. I think, honestly, with some of the ideas they had in this, they could have got, like, because it did... The names of the other cast members are like Easter eggs to later Nightmare on Elm Street movies and stuff like that. So like, if you would have actually took those characters and had them all together from the beginning of Nancy, that's a cool idea. But they did nothing with it at all. To the point where like I didn't even notice that they were the same names until like the third or fourth time I saw the movie. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know, but I didn't notice that at all. But yeah, it's just the Freddy looks gross. A lot of the movie is just gross, and I don't care. Although some of the Nightmare stuff's pretty neat. Like the lighting and things like that when they change, I like that. Some of that stuff's cool, but overall, I will probably never ever watch this movie ever again, to be completely honest. And yeah, I guess that is it. That is all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I guess we could have thrown the TV series in there, but that would have probably been at Snooze Fest, because that's just okay. It's whatever. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Maybe comment down below a tier list that you'd like to see me do. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I bitches.